What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody has had a good day. And welcome back to the Merciless Opinion. Just gonna set a couple of things up here. And here. Gonna wait for you lovely folks to hop on in here. While we do that, let's play that. I am your host, Sir Merciless. This channel is rated M for mature. No, the broadcast is, however, for more mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm not really kid friendly, so as we wait, we got a couple of things. I'm gonna try a couple of new things tonight. I added a couple of screen captures to my broadcast, and we're gonna see how those work out as we progress through tonight. I have a couple of notes, and it's Throwback Tech Thursday. I really haven't looked into anything for it, but we can do that together if my stuff will cooperate with me. Again, I hope you've had a good day, and yeah, at the moment I'll just wait for you guys to pop in here, and we'll get rolling. I'm watching comments, taking comments, and let me know if how the mic sounds. The mic, I put the mic at a different spot. Let me know if it needs to be any closer, further away, or if it's just fine for you. I wish I had some music to play for you guys while we wait here, but I don't right now, so just when you pop in, say something, we'll get rolling. Figured I'd do this nostalgia trip for the Throwback Tech and look at different, I think I want to go something from the 90s. And of course my tablet's gonna be a little pain tonight as again. So we're gonna restart it. Yeah, I'll give about 5 minutes, give or take, let people join in. We already played our intro, so that's good. Honestly, really, I'm about tired of it. I need a tablet holder right here to my left. Maybe I can scoot the desk a little bit real quick. There we go. Maybe that'll keep it stable. Maybe not. Maybe you gotta see me lose my temper on a tablet and throw it across the room. No, I won't be doing none of that. I done told myself if this one busts or breaks, that's it, I'm done with tablets. That's also probably a lie to myself. I just tell myself that way I don't get mad at it and chuck it across the house. There we go. Alright. Now we are live about 3 minutes in. Tonight I'm going to do, upon request, I am doing a Vizio soundbar breakdown, and hopefully that fits in with some of my screen captures. I'm also doing a little bit more on Python versus. Yesterday I had done Python versus, what was it? I had done Python versus Go or Go, and Python versus JavaScript, as well as what Python was, I believe. Let me just make sure that was it. Yes, that was it. So we've done a little bit of a breakdown on Python. We've done Python JavaScript and Python versus Go. So this evening we are doing Python versus Java, Python versus R, and we're gonna look at together Python versus C hashtag or C pound. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be said in the coding language. But we got some of that. We also have a Visual bar, sound bar breakdown. And I think that'll be it for this evening. We'll cut it loose and let you guys talk. Let us all talk, and we'll get into it. Maybe. And that is 7:35. That's actually I have 7:34. My clocks may be wrong somewhere. And it doesn't really matter. It says 7:35 on my laptop, so that's what we'll go with. We'll go ahead and jump on into Python versus JavaScript, I believe. No, but versus Java. And what we have here is both are an excellent and very popular programming languages. Both stand out for their powerful cross-platform support as well as their extensive libraries. However, they do excel in different applications. Python language is interpreted. It can instantly convert human-readable code into machine-readable code. Java language is compiled and interpreted. Can be considered both since its source code is compiled into a binary bytecode, which in turn runs on the JVM. I'm not 100% sure what the JVM is. To be honest on that, I can look it up, but I didn't. I probably should have. Typing for Python is dynamically typed. Java is statically typed. Python applications, scientific and numeric computing, machine learning, image processing, and language development. Java is applications, web applications, desktop GUI, enterprise solutions, embedded systems. Syntax for Python, less code. The dev does not require to type in the variables since these are input during runtime and does not need enclosing braces or indentation rules. The syntax for Java, more code. The developer must type in all the variables, and it has a rigorous syntax rule. I just didn't take it that long to read it off. Python performance compiles codes at runtime, thus being not as agile regarding compilation with every platform. Java compiles codes in advance and distributes the bytecode. Thanks to Java's static typing syntax, the compilation is actually faster and easier than Python's dynamic typing. The stability for Python tests the syntax during runtime, thus not being as stable as Java despite the fast development. So Java has a higher stability rate since everything has to be reviewed and established before runtime. The code must be very well written, and therefore the software must be more stable and less prone to crashes. The speed on Python, fast development due to the easiness, simplicity, and practicality to write in Python. Java projects tend to take longer and may require a larger dev team. Now the learning is Python's easier to learn, suitable choice for beginners since its syntax is fairly easy and clear. Java takes a longer time to learn. There is a learning curve with a high entry point. So it all boils down to Python is slower getting started on the project itself, but it launches faster. But Java is also slow, but it runs faster. Could run better, less crashes. In Java, you get to do things ahead of time, versus Python, it does it when you get done with it, or at runtime. Like it's not looking for bugs or whatnot unless you're actively looking for them at runtime. Python versus R. I didn't write a lot of stuff down because I wanted to try this. Let's see. Was it this one? There it is. So here's what we have for Python versus R, right? So in here we have Python is a general purpose language that is used for the deployment and development of various projects. Python has all the tools required to bring a project into the production environment. Python is better suitable for machine learning, deep learning, and large-scale web applications. Python can be used for various purposes like building a graphical user interface, develop games, etc. Despite being an object-oriented language. Python has... Why does that look so weird right here? Has a simple syntax and is easy to learn. Python statistical packages are less powerful. Python is mainly used when the data analysis needs to be integrated with web applications. Python can be used to build applications from scratch. There are many Python IDEs available to choose from. A few of them are Jupyter Notebook, Spider, Scikar, etc. Python is more popular and has a vast user base. Primary users of Python include developers and programmers. R is a statistical language used for analysis and visual representation of data. R is suitable for statistical learning, having powerful libraries for data experiment and exploration. Fewer libraries, along with object-oriented programming, kind of like Python. R can be used to develop music. So what I'm getting here is, if you want to make an app or like a game, you would want to use Python and R at the same time. R to do the music, Python to pretty much do everything else. R has a relatively complex syntax and learning curve is not straightforward. R statistical packages are highly powerful. R is generally used when the data analysis task requires standalone computation analysis and processing. R can be used to simplify complex mathematical problems. A few of IDEs for the R language are RStudio, StatE, etc. R is less popular among users, which users include scientists and research and development who frequently rely on data analysis. So that's what I have for that. Now I can hide that and go back to me. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Glad I could figure that one out. I have a couple more that we can go look into, which I believe I can do from here. Let's go back to Google. Okay. Do that there, and I think it was this one. Yeah. Was it not that one? No. I'm not 100% sure what that's doing. Let's try to fix that real quick. Let's make this capture this. Done. There we go. Now I can do this here, and we got Python versus C, pound, or hashtag. Not sure. It's Python versus C, pound. There we go. Let's look that up. In summary, Python is a simpler language that is ideal for scientific computing and data analysis, while C pound is a more complex language that is better suited for Windows desktop applications, game development, and enterprise software. Let's see if we can't find any kind of comparisons. There's a head-to-head comparison, and it was updated in March. So let's take a look at that. And it's by Hacker.io blog. applications there. Overview of C Pound is a powerful language that closely follows the traditional C and C++ constructs, but it is more modern and easier to learn. Developed by Microsoft. Oh, that's interesting. Microsoft got its hands in it. The object-oriented programming, like what is the deal with this object-oriented programming? Like I think Python does the same thing. Like it's object-oriented. I'm pretty sure that's what it said on most of them. Like I believe Python is also object-oriented. So a lot of these systems are using object-oriented programming languages. Java, C pound code, C hashtag code can be compiled on different platforms and comes with a host of strong features such as all of these. Integration with .NET, component-oriented, high-level structured language. Now see, what I would normally do with my notes is I would go through here and read a lot of the things, but what I'm really looking for is the head-to-head comparisons, right? Here's our head-to-head. Developed by Microsoft, comes with the license, open source. So that right there already makes Python look better because it's open source. You ain't got to pay for the license for it. Based on OOP concepts, whatever supports multi-paradigm programming, OOP procedural. Statically typed, the compiler will give errors for wrong typecasting. Dynamic typecasting, no need for variable declarations. Supports work on .NET framework, can be integrated with Java. So it just makes Python look a lot better. Dependency injection works like a charm. No concept of DI. What is DI? As such, however, you can add customized tags to any object at runtime or do monkey patching to point to a different third-party code for testing. More organized and consistent syntax and format, that might be nice. But also being simple and easy to read could be nice too. More static language, everything has to be built, compiled, and then run. Reduces a whole step in the development cycle as everything is dynamic picked. At runtime, no interactive interpreter. Because the common language, CLI framework, C Pound is faster and offers better performance. The development is faster, but when compared to C Pound, the performance is slightly lacking. Library support, there's no beating Python. So Python is on top of, sounds like, everything. So that's Python versus everything. Apparently libraries are a lot larger, a lot easier to get to, work with. Multi-threading is quite easy using the .NET because of the global interpreter lock. Multi-threading requires multiple processes. So that is Python versus C Pound or C hashtag. That's the head-to-head. Like, I'm not really a gigantic tech guy, so I have no idea. Or I'm not a real big coding person, so I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to this. I'm just as lost as anybody else when it comes to it. Doing this has opened a few doors. I've made some acquaintances become better friends, and I'm enjoying it, and I appreciate them at all times. Before I go any further, I do want to kind of have a moment of silence for one of my co-workers. His mom is no longer with us, so I'm gonna go. That was for you, brother man. Um, Now I'm gonna do some shout outs to Living Off Adrenaline. That's that big LOA that's always popped up when I go live. LOA is Living Off Adrenaline. We have a Discord. That's my Discord family. LOA, DeadWolvz. You guys are great. I've appreciated everything you guys done for me, and everybody else that's showed up. Thank you. Now, with all that said and done being sappy, let's get into something else. What was the next one? The next one was not working again. Maybe I gotta go open it up and then it works. Yeah, there we go. That one was C pound. The next one was, I believe, C plus plus. And y'all let me know how y'all do y'all think this is better? Should I go back to what I was doing beforehand? C++ is known for its high performance, speed, memory management. Java is famous for its platform independence, while Python is known for its simplicity. They just gave us like 3 in 1. So let's look for the Python C++ head-to-head or comparisons. There's some differences, and that's by Geeks for Geeks. And that's where to start. Selecting the right tool. Differences, features, and applications. There's differences. I'd rather have like a head-to-head comparison. Or something like this: C++ versus Python. That would be JavaTPoint.com. So let's get into it. Let's see if they have a head-to-head, because we already have a definition on what Python is. I can go back and through my notes and read that one. Let's see what we have. There we go. Summarize the above differences in a tabular form. I like tabular form. Let's get it is a C++ high-level pre-compiled programming language that allows you to do procedural programming. It's not easy to learn because of its complex syntax. It does not contain a garbage collector. I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes. It is a pre-compiled programming language, so it does not require an interpreter during compilation. It is a statically typed programming language. A variable is declared by mentioning the type of the variable. The function that accepts the value is an argument and returns the type of the value will depend on the definition of the function. Installation is easy. Variables inside the loop are not accessible outside the loop. It has long lines of code as compared to Python. It supports both procedural and object-oriented programming again. It contains 52 keywords. In C++, the programmer needs to manually allocate the new variable and deallocate when no longer required. Python, on the other hand, high-level interpreted programming language used to develop all types of projects. It is easy to learn as it does not follow any programming rules, that's interesting. It follows the indentation rules, which is very much similar to English. It contains the garbage collector. It is an interpreted programming language, so it requires an interpreter to run the program. It is a dynamically typed programming language. It does not require the declaration of a variable. The function does not have any restriction on the type of the parameter and the return type. It is not easy to install the Python on Windows. Variables inside the loop are also accessible outside the loop. Contains fewer lines of code. Supports procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming. It supports procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming. It contains 33 keywords compared to 52. I don't know. I wish Snipe was in here, because I would ask him, like, what's the big thing with the keywords? Like, is having more better or is having less better? Python performs the allocations compared to C++. See, this is where I really need somebody here to kind of lean on with me, like maybe somebody that understands it more. Sorry, I got a few people. A few people that are normally here, I don't see them. One of these things I'm doing here is kind of his idea, like the screen share. But yeah, I don't know if having 52 keywords is better than having 33, or since like a lot of people have jumped on Python, I'm gonna assume that less is better. But having to manually do things could be better depending on how you want to learn, I guess. So there's that. I'm gonna get out of that. How's it going? Back to me again. So I believe that's all of the Python verses I have. Maybe one more. I think Ruby is another one, but I don't know if I wrote that one down. No, I wrote this one down. On a C++. Oh yeah, PHP. I remember now, PHP. Let's jump on back on over here. Oops. That didn't pop it up there. That's not what I was doing anyways. Do this here. Guess I forgot to do that. Pop that back. Nope, it's still not doing it. I think I might know what happened. Now let's do this. That. Done. There we go. Let's hop back on Opera. Let's do the Python versus PHP. PHP is used primarily for web development, while Python is used for a wider range of applications, including scientific computer data analysis and machine learning. So let's look for a head-to-head. Geeks for geeks. Differences. I want a detailed. Do we want a detailed comparison? We can go back to Hacker.io. See, simply learn. I want the head-to-head. I want the head-to-head tag. Let's go back to Hacker.io. They were good to us last time we were there, so. And let me make this bigger for everybody. we go. Python versus PHP for web development, summarized. So we got features, the ease of learning. Python, easy to learn. That's always like the beginning thing. That's almost what Python is leaning on. Outside, it seems to be faster at doing what you want it to do. Not developed as the general purpose language, but fairly easy to learn. Okay. Community support, excellent communities. They both have excellent community support. Both have comprehensive documentation. Now, okay, so another thing Python leans on is the huge expanse of libraries it seems to have. Vastly fewer libraries for PHP. Packagist being a notable, okay, so that must be like one of the libraries. Packagist being a notable library. Database connectivity. Database integration is not as strong as that of PHP, provides access to more than 20 different databases. I don't know if that's good or not, or can be speed, can be slow depending on the application, comparatively faster. Frameworks, Django, Flask, Pylons, Pyramids. That's for Python. PHP, CodeIgniter, Zend, Laravel, Symfony. Debugging is the Python debugger. This has an Xdebug package for debugging. This right here shows you some of the code of Python, I think. Are we going into Python pros and cons? Yes. So here's some pros to Python. Comprehensible syntax that is also easy to debug and easy to maintain, runs on various platforms as it is a portable language. Many pre-built libraries which makes development easier. Python is developed in a way that it can internally deal with memory addresses and garbage collection. Like I'm not sure what garbage collection and coding is. Has an interactive shell that helps developers test things before implementation. That kind of, like, I don't get that because it says it does a lot of that at runtime, which, yeah, it's I have no idea. Let's see. Has an interactive shell that before implementation, but it's okay. Database friendly and offers databases interfaces to all major commercial DBMS systems. Supports GUI application and has a framework for web.example TK. TK meter, tachometer, WX, Python, and Django. Cons is comparatively high memory consumption, so I guess that means it would use a lot of memory on your computer itself. Functional programming can be less than ideal, dynamically typed, which can result in runtime errors, which I believe that this kind of contradicts this. That has an interactive shell that helps developers test things before implementation. Oh, cool. AI prompts. Explain briefly, translate, create a quiz, make a joke, rephrase like Yoda. Oh, that's that. I ain't never used ChatGPT. Python for mobile development isn't the best choice. I mean, I've seen that a few times. What?
My bedroom would creep me out.
Your bedroom creeps you out?
Yep.
You want to hop up there?
But Dad, my mirror just moved from gonna get you.
You gonna get you?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna get you. But where you trying to sleep at?
I'm sleeping in here.
Okay.
And then my things have come
Well,
to
you
real
hop.
life.
It ain't gonna
In
come
my
to real life.
dream.
Well, take your teddy bear with you in the dreams. Love you. So Python, like I've heard or read, that it's never the best choice for mobile development. So that's another thing Python falls short of. So and here goes the features. What is PHP? This looks like it's going to be the code for PHP. Anybody that knows code knows what they're looking at. I have no idea what any of this is saying. There's the debug step, I guess. Let's see, some pros of PHP. Supports several operating systems, including Windows, Unix, Linux, and Mac OS. Compatible with almost all servers. Supports a range of databases. Works efficiently with databases. Efficient unit testing. And it's open source, it says. But what was it up here? It said it was owned by Microsoft.
Daddy, I got me a pack of ice cream.
I guess not.
Daddy, I got me a pack of ice cream.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe that was the other one. R, something like that.
Is it good for ice cream for
Um,
me or not?
Cons are its weakly typed language, unsuitable for large-scale content-focused web applications.
Daddy?
Difficult to modify core behavior, and extra features can impact performance.
That's still
It was created by a Danish-Canadian programmer, Rasmus Lerdorf, in 1994. Which is, what, a couple of years after Python was made? I think Python was made in 91 or 92, maybe even 90. Hypertext Preprocessor, aka PHP, is a widely used open source scripting language. PHP is capable of generating dynamic page content and can create, open, read, write, and delete and close files on the server. It can also collect from form data and also can send and receive from cookies. I guess that's one of the reasons we gotta accept cookies now. I'm not sure. One of the easier one of the easier scripting languages, supports many databases, is Oracle. I've delivered some Oracle. MySQL, more efficient compared to other scripting languages. Examples are ASP and JSP. Has predefined error reporting constants to generate an error notice or warning. Offers access logging by creating a summary of recent accesses of the user. Open source. So maybe I am wrong on a couple of those. So this is like a popularity stats. Looks like JavaScript is, I believe, yeah, most popular. It's a survey. So what we have here is, and I believe this to be wrong, I think Python's actually higher than now. How old is this? It doesn't say. I believe in 2023 Python is more popular than JavaScript. There's actually quite a bit on here that I've not even looked at. Like, I've never heard of bash /shell. or TypeScript. Node.js was on another one of my little reviews, breakdowns of things. I haven't heard of Rust or Kotlin. Go we covered last time. I haven't heard of PowerShell. But I believe this is swapped now. Maybe this came down one and this has dropped one as well, and then you replace JavaScript with Python. But again, it doesn't show me the age on this survey, so I can't really give you no opinions on this because I don't know much about coding in and of itself. So again, I'm gonna pop out of here. I'm gonna turn that screen capture off and hello. You took your chair in there, remember? You ain't got nowhere to sit. I'm kind of waiting because some people are supposed to show and he's just he's either not coming tonight or there you are, you little see my suit jacket, man? Put the tie on for you. Told you I'd get dressed before the thing here. Did you see the live screen or the shared screen? Grab you a chair somewhere.
I think it's in my room.
Go grab one.
Okay.
Okay.
I warn you, my chair's with my desk.
Okay. Go. Grab a small chair.
This is a bottle of Coke.
I'm gonna pretend it's a bottle of Coke, child. We're gonna have us a little guest here in a minute. After she comes back, I guess I've already done all the things on Python. You didn't see this screen share? Well, hang on a second then, let me get that for you. See if it nope, that didn't work. Give me a moment to, there it was. But yeah, I was just doing the Python versus PH and C++ this way.
For this chair.
So now, next time we do a Tech Tuesday, I'll be able to show you guys what I looked at. Welcome, little one. And then I can pop back out of there and hide it, and you're back to me. Let's sit down. There's a drink over here on the edge of the TV stand. You guys can't see the little. There she is. There's my computer. There goes my tablet again falling.
Hold it fast again.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna do the screen capture again. And we are going to go into Visio. We're gonna get on here. Go back to home. Actually pop this back up on my end where I can kind of watch it. Let's go Vizio sound
To pick up a bird.
bar work. Shit, if I could spell tonight. Let's see, what do we got here?
The street.
Looks like a lot of people have already done some reviews, so if what I find doesn't satiate your curiosity in the soundbar, feel free to look any of these people up or look it up yourself. Now let's go. Let's what are we looking for? What kind of Vizio soundbar we want? Let's go to PC Magazine. The Vizio M Series 5.1. That looks like it. Yeah, it's the total. It's the soundbar, the subwoofer, and the two little speakers. Let's see what we got here. Well priced for a system with a subwoofer and rear satellites. Good surround imaging. I'm gonna need my arm. Good surround imaging with Dolby Atmos and DTS colon support. And powerful bass. Treble isn't quite as crisp as it could be. Small visual control panels on the remote. I don't want no pop-ups. Channels 5.1 Bluetooth but no Wi-Fi. Looks like it's priced at about $350. Offering a high quality 5.1 channel surround sound experience at an affordable package. Basic but functional. So see, I don't know if he wants like a surround sound or a home theater, or if he just wanting the bar. From what I'm reading here, it's got a couple of connectors in the back. Let's see, as well 3.5mm ports for aux and aux VA, the latter which is a 3.5mm input specifically for voice assistant devices such as like Google Nest, Alexa, and what was that other one? Was it Apple? Google Nest, Alexa. I believe there was another one. I just can't remember the name of it. The rear satellites look like miniature versions of the main sound bar. Measures 5.7 by 2.2 by 3.5 inches. They feature the same black plastic material. Let's see, if I'm getting like a sound bar, I want it to look sleek, right? I don't want it to look matte. Like, I would rather have it look almost glass-like, personally. The subwoofer is 9.9 by 8.3 by 8.3. It features a 5-inch downward firing driver and an open rear-facing bass port. The back also has a power cable connection, RCA ports for the satellites, and a power button. I guess that's the little remote you would get with it. It is I don't even know why you would want a message board on your remote. Like, just give me just a normal button at that point. Fortunately, the soundbar doesn't offer an on-screen or other visual. Well, I guess that might be why you got the on-screen visual here on your remote. It should have like a light or something. You have to rely on a remote's single line text display to make any adjustments. Yeah, that would suck. Music and movie audio performance, as mentioned, it supports Dolby and DTS-X. Like you might expect from a speaker system with a separate subwoofer, the M51 AXJ6 produces an impressive amount of bass. It handled our bass test track, the Knife's silent shout at maximum ear-ringing volumes without distortion, while the subwoofer provided a good sense of thump. The soundbar itself puts out a surprising chunk of the bass response, which leads the subwoofer to create the palpable vibrations. But they said that the treble was off. Like, how's it not distorting if the treble isn't crisp? Yeah, trouble. So I'm gonna say no to this one. Like this one, it sounds like it would be alright. Looks like we're saving $35 on Amazon and another 30 bucks at Best Buy, depending on how you want to get it. MSRP is $329.99. Amazon you get it $295. Best Buy $299. We can take a look at it. Let's go to the one at Best Buy. So it just took me straight to Best Buy to look at it. Let's see. I don't want you knowing my location. There's that. Yeah, that just looks a little flat to me. It don't feel like it. I don't know if people are like me. They want their sound system to be seen and heard. As far as the treble not being as crisp as it could be, to me this doesn't look like it would be worth grabbing. Like it looks kind of flat. Looks like it wouldn't really mix into anything. Like I don't even know what this picture is supposed to be. The top of it, bottom of it. I mean, it looks like your basic sound system for a television. Nothing really standing out except for the remote being like, alright, here's the back of it. You get an HDMI in and HDMI out, a USB in, and the optical. Let's see, I guess here's your up and down. If you lose your remote, the only thing that's going to tell you if it's connected to your TV or whatnot. And it looks like it. Yeah, I mean, looks like a basic soundbar system to me. So let's get off of this. Just continue to the site. Let's go back one. Let's see. And that was the M51AX-J6. Looked like the rating. It got a 4-star rating, so people were liking it. Just not for me. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go with the best Vizio soundbars of 2023 by Popular Science. So we have the best overall, the best for the money, and the best for music. Again, I wish Snipe were in here to tell me if he's gonna try and watch TV with it, or just listen to music, or do both. And so let's do the best overall is the Vizio Elevate, which probably means it has the highest price tag as well. It's top of the line soundbar, kind of looks flat to me. Like a lot of them do look flat. Like a lot of soundbars, they all kind of look the same. They work the same. They just really wish somebody would kind of step out from the pack and maybe look just slightly different. Yeah, stop jumping around. Looks like it's got 18 powerful speakers. Works with all TVs. Perfect with 65-inch to 80-inch TVs. Let's see what you're working with here. $648, 162/count, or you can get it with an Amazon Visa at $54 a month for a year. Ships from Amazon, eligible for return, refund, or replacement within 30 days of receipt. Customer support. It's got a 4.2 rating. Let's actually go look at the customer reviews. I've got a 5-star review. Amazing sound, but beware of the app. Okay, everything is coming with an app now. We figured out why the app goes to full volume when you first connect to the bar to the app. When the app finds the bar, it tells you to press and hold the volume up button until it pairs. Because of this, you're increasing the volume to max while it pairs. This is a huge bug in the app. If you have any audio source connected, it seems to mute the audio until the bar is paired. Then boom, I guess it sounds like it's going to come through the damn speakers. Redo the app to change it to volume down, and I doubt I'm the only person who got the max volume surprise I had. Bought the Elevate 5.1.2 system with the oval subwoofer, but the sub was terrible. Okay, so why did it get a 5-star review? Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading here. With very little output, I returned it to the big box store and ordered this setup from Amazon. This is an awesome soundbar with great speakers, and now it's a killer sub. So I guess it may have been a defective subwoofer they got originally. You'll want to turn down the settings for bass when you set it up. The sub is that powerful. After fine-tuning it, I have to say that the sound is as good as my expensive component system. I want to warn you about the app though. It nearly blew out the speakers as soon as I set it up. After connecting the app to the bar, it instantly went to 90% volume and scared the crap out of me and my dog, and I was listening to a streaming service at 10% volume at the time, so this to me is a serious problem with the app, and I uninstalled it right away.
Daddy, this is better.
I installed it right away. I'm hoping it didn't damage the system, and we'll be paying close attention to the sound for a while in case I need to return it because the app blew the speakers. My advice is if you do install it, have the bar set to an input with no audio, otherwise you might damage your new expensive soundbar. Note to Vizio, you really need to fix this. No one wants such a bad experience right out the box. So it sounds like it's good. Sounds like the app could use some work, so I understand why this got a 5-star review. Apparently loves it. And I mean, her pictures, these pictures, they look kind of good. Let's check out the next review, like the next one down, give it a full star under what the last person got. So it came quickly, easy to set up. The HDMI inputs and outputs, even with an extra sticker, it indicated the HDMI out was the it was the ERC. It is not the out, but it is the input from the TV. With that said, that is the only real hiccup was setting it up. After installation, it recognized the TV and came on with no issues. The beauty of this instrument is that you can fine-tune it like a receiver. I am hearing impaired and can't hear high-end and voice as well. I used to have to turn up my old expensive soundbar from Klipsch, which had voice control so loud that others had to hold their ears. This thing is amazing, great sound from TV, movies, and even Bluetooth input. I know it isn't cheap, but there is a reason. The thing has 13 speakers, all tuned for great sound. Most soundbars have 5 to 7, and I am so glad I spent the money. I am enjoying my TV again. Thank you, Vizio. Alright, so those are the top 2 reviews, but like from one to the other, you got like a less star period. So let's go to the most critical. I guess I can't do that. And they used to have it where you could do that. Let's see what the 1 stars say. 1 star, Tristan H. Back on January 14th. Vizio, fix your dang software. A soundbar that needs to be power cycled almost every time you use it is useless. I will make it my life's mission to make sure no one buys a single product of yours until you fix this. This is easily the worst soundbar I have ever owned. Does it sound good? Yes, great even, but here's the problem. It constantly just refuses to play sound until you unplug it and plug it back in. Contact Vizio customer service. They tell me it's normal behavior. Lazy company, crap product. Update. Still the world's biggest pile of crap soundbar. Just to let everyone know, do not buy this POS unless you're ready to power cycle it every time you want to, here's something. 2/12/23, another power cycle, another, okay. Imagine that. No power cycle today. Woohoo. Another power cycle. No power cycle. Of course there was. 2 power cycles. And looks like they went about the rest of February into March. Went out of town for a while, but but rest assured I had to power cycle it when he got back. Final update, I gave up and bought a cheaper Atmos soundbar that is so far working well. Sounds about as good, though the subwoofer isn't as good, as I was already turning the sub down on that Elevate anyways. Do not waste your time, money, and mental health on this worthless POS developed by the people that have apparently never even tried using their products for more than 5 minutes. Vizio support is worthless. You will spend hours on the phone talking in circles because they don't know anything about audio products. I mean, literally, they have zero knowledge on the product. They also don't know English. They tried to charge me to return a defective unit, blown speakers out of the box. The cost to return it was going to be $150. Oh, $150. And they will temporarily charge you the full cost of the unit, which will not be reversed for about 60 days after sending the product back to them. List of problems: wall mounting, the side speakers sag and look terrible, poor QA. The app you can use to control and update firmware is the most frustrating POS app you will ever use. The soundbar needs to be rebooted just about every time you turn on the TV. Lack of fine EQ controls. Alrighty, so that was the first one. The next one by Aaron, a frustrating, maddening, insufferable listening experience. Let's see what he has to say here. Been trying to make it work for 10 months. Frustrating piece of audio hardware ever owned. Every time using it, it's like a roll in the dice. Sometimes power cycling it fixes it temporarily, but when you exit the content and start playing something else again, it does it again. Doesn't get a good handshake with the source. Firmware updates do nothing. The app as others are pointing out, is astonishingly horrifying. The UX is absolute garbage. I feel like I have overpaid in terms. Okay. So the 2 most critical ones are extremely critical. That's not looking good for you, Vizio. Let's see here. Let's try to go back. What can we look at now? Let's see. Vizio soundbars, customer. So that last one sounded like it was no good for anything. Vizio soundbars. We don't want to go to Vizio website because they'll just tell you the good things. I'm trying to find something here. This is a product analyst. How to set up a Vizio soundbar. We don't want to know how to set it up. Let's type in Vizio soundbar reviews. We could go back to ratings, but they probably just talk really good about everything. CNET, I think, would have a more unbiased opinion about it because they have to test so many things. PC Magazine was almost on their knees for the thing. New York Times may or may not. Let's see. No, we didn't even go to that one, did we? No, we didn't even check out PC Mag. We checked out Popular Science, didn't we? So Popular Science was the one that was about on their knees for it. Soundbar Mag, 7 best Vizio soundbar reviews. So this one they tested by experts in 2023. So what we had, the list of the best Vizio soundbars in 2023. We have this Vizio, just a standalone soundbar, it looks like. No, it's a surround sound system. They gave that a 4.5. Looks like they all, except for this one, got a 4.5. Vizio SB362AN F6 36-inch 2.1 channel soundbar with built-in dual subwoofers. The home theater soundbar with a wireless subwoofer, Bluetooth, and voice assistant. What is this one? Soundbar home speaker, renewed. That's the SB3651-E6C 5.1. That's the Vizio M Series 5.1.2 immersive soundbar with Dolby Atmos. Which one did we? I think we already looked at one of these two. I think it was this one. So actually, let's look at. Let's see if I was gonna get one. Let's see. By reviews, this one has nearly twice as much as anything else. 3 times as much as some, and a lot more than this one here. This one here seems interesting because it says it's got built-in dual subwoofers. Let's actually take a gander at this one here. I want to see it. Let me look at it. So that one is just a sound bar. Integrated subwoofers for room shaking bass. Okay. So this one is just a bar, period. It's got all the speakers on the inside. But it's still got that matte looking finish. Like it's not glossy. It don't stand out. So I guess, I mean, you really don't want it to stand out if it's going to be right under your TV. Let's go to the ratings. Top review by Steven in 2021. Got it for his gaming room / spare bedroom with a 40-inch Sony. Wants to say right off the bat, the soundbar is at least 2 years old, and I believe that it has since technically been replaced by the Vizio M Series all-in-one soundbar for about $30 or more. So if you want the latest and greatest, go with that one. The newer one also had a HDMI-ARC, while the best connection on this one isn't optical. Well, shit. If you're going to talk about the new one, might as well go look at the newer one. Let's see. Go with that one. The newer one also had HDMI optical. The reason I went with this one, regardless, is that it's easier to mesh from my Logitech Harmony Hub. Most newer Vizio soundbars use a small LCD screen with menus on the remote to change a lot of settings, so I would still need the original remote, defeating the point of the Harmony Hub. I also like the design of this one a lot better. Yeah, that's one reason why I clicked on it. Let's see some of these. Guess that's what it looks like in person, it seems. It looks like it fits in fairly nice there. There's the remote. It don't have any kind of screen on it. I mean, I kind of like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like the way that kind of. Oh, I wish it was flipped over. So that one there has the mesh instead of the plastic going across it, because I guess because it's got all the speakers in it. I like that. This one might actually be worth the money. I mean, it doesn't look like it's crazy large. Looks like you're gonna get the sound out of each side, but in the other photos, looks like the speakers are on the inside of each side. So you got all your speakers in one apparatus. It looks like it fits fine just in front of a Vizio. It looks fantastic. Let's go back to this. It looks very sci-fi tech with slanted sides and triangular bass vents on either end, but it's not distracting or gaudy either. There you go. I didn't want to spend a lot because I use a wireless headset much of the time, but I didn't want anything that sounded like junk either. Woo boy, this thing actually surprised me. It has built-in subwoofers and really does bring on the bass. I have no desire for a standalone subwoofer with this. Also, separate sub on the floor or near a wall has a chance of projecting the thumping sound through the walls or other structures, disturbing people in other rooms. Now, see, that makes sense. I guess smart. I can turn this bar up to a pleasing volume and it doesn't bleed into any other rooms of the house. I didn't have any of the problems Jesus, I'm not reading all that. So that one, I think I'm on board with this one. 'Cause I like the way it looked. Can we get back to the pictures of it? There it is. I kind of like the way, from this picture, it looks like it's plastic all the way across the top, but the pictures from the customers, they look fantastic. Let's go back down to reviews, see if we can't get to the most critical ones. 1-star reviews, only 4%, 2 stars, 3%, 3 stars, 10. So most people, like you can see, 63% have been happy, more than happy with the purchase. But let's go to the 1-star reviews, and let's see what people had to say about it. Should have read more reviews before purchase. Does not offer an HDMI input. Did it not have an HDMI input? Show me the back of it. Oh, you ain't got a back of it? Yeah, let's go back down. Could have sworn that one of them showed a back shot of it. It does not. So look at that. Well, I guess that would be more of a USB input. Yeah, no, it does not have an HDMI input on it. Should have looked at some of the pictures. Let's go back to it. Should have read no HDMI input. That said, it will occasionally lock up and be non-responsive to the remote, requiring you to unplug the power cord to reset it. In the process of doing this, I still didn't have sound, so I unplugged my optical input, and the little door to the input broke off, so now the optical cord won't stay connected, rendering the soundbar useless. It's just not a quality product, and of course, broke right outside the 90-day warranty. Buy something else. A lot of people are saying Vizio's a piece of junk. I don't feel that way. I've always liked anything from Vizio. The next one down, decent sound quality, but the lack of volume wiggle room is a deal breaker. So it took about 5 minutes of use before I decided to pack it up and get a refund. The sound quality itself isn't bad, and it's not a bad price, but the soundbar basically has 2 volumes, whisper and ear shattering. Another reviewer said the same thing, and I figured they were just being sensitive, and I figured it couldn't be that bad. But I should have listened to them. It really is the difference between not being able to hear anything unless everything is totally quiet, and being so loud you would have to shout over it to have a conversation. Honestly, I have no idea how this product got through quality control with this issue, but I definitely would not recommend. Okay, so it looks like this soundbar has a problem with the volume adjustability. Huh. And some people are mad because they didn't get the mounts. So that is the Vizio SB362 AN-F6 36-inch 2.1 channel soundbar, which the first one said to pretty much go with the newer one, but he loves it. Let's actually back out of here. That was this one. Now this one here has the most reviews on it. Let's actually go see what we can find here. Let's actually look at some pictures. And if you don't quit jumping around on me, see, this one looks kind of slick. On my tablet. This one's really looking kind of slick. Let's see, I can't really tell if it has an HDMI, maybe right there. Alright. So this is a soundbar but Bluetooth, and it's wireless. So what are you thinking so far, bag boy? Mr. B? You don't like Vizio? Have you had bad customer service with them? You think they're junk? Dang. So it does require batteries. I figured that would be a deal breaker right there for me on the soundbar. So yeah, no. I'm not even gonna read the reviews on it. I've already made my own review. No. And the AAA batteries, man, you can't put a bigger battery in that. And maybe if you could put like one of them 6 volts in there and have it last all year, that would be alright. But yeah, having to put two AAA batteries in it. Hey, look at this thing. Is this it? This little bar right here? What's this? See, that's not even a Vizio subwoofer. It looks small. It looks kind of dainty. I do like the design on it though. It's more compact. Looks like it would fit under a TV. It stands up just a little bit higher than that. Yeah, it probably wouldn't cut off much of the screen at all. Looks like it stops right at the screen on that picture. Or you can mount it under it. Yes, we've seen the Vizio soundbar attached at the wall. People must be dumb. Looks like this one is connected to a Sharp TV. Sharp's also pretty good. That one's connected to a Sony. I mean, it does look kind of slick though. I do like it. I like this design. But having to put, AAA batteries in it, that's a nice little setup. I don't like AAA batteries. Come on now. Alright. I'm just gonna go through here. Maybe it didn't have an HDMI to it. USB. Okay. That's for the battery. So I guess it's not wireless. Wall mount template shows us, I guess all these pictures are gonna USB and a power port. Yeah, there is no HDMI on it either. Got a hold to pair it. Guess you'd pair it to your phone or laptop or tablet or what have you. Yes, I don't see why it said it was wireless. That's not wireless. If it's got a wire running to it, it's not wireless. That pisses me off. Look, they even got advertisement in their fucking instructions. Power up with Duracell. You know somebody paid to have that Duracell put right in there. Alright, so yeah, this might have the most reviews and the best reviews on the list here, but that's they let Duracell pay them for advertisement in the middle of their instructions. They claim to be wireless. No, it's not. No HDMI input output. This 4.5 stars, that's getting knocked down to 2.5 for me, just because if I'm gonna go with a cheaper product, I prefer Element or On. You like them Walmart brands, huh? And clicking on this, going to this website, Soundbar Mag, you would think they would be, kind of unbiased, but reading right here, the first one, the SB2920, that is I'm hoping they went in order, right? Because this one don't have the full name to it, just soundbar. SB2920, any of those say SB? So yeah, that's that one we were just looking at. Incredible soundbar. So they probably got paid for the review on that. Honestly, I wish I I wish I could just do a review channel. And see, this one here wasn't impressive because it has the subwoofers in it. All the speakers are inside. The picture on my new Element is a million times better than my Samsung. The picture. Oh, you're talking about TVs now? Because this TV I have in here that we don't even use it anymore, it's a Vizio. It's lasted for, shoot, it's 2023. It's lasted for 5 years at the least. And the last time I used it, it was looking pretty good. I like Vizio TVs. I'm gonna give them that. These sound bars they're not seeming like they'll be worth it for Vizio. Like this right here might be a nice one to set up because they still got all that that could be mesh, but you know, if you're looking to get a sound bar, I would actually not use Vizio, Samsung, Apple, or anybody that does the televisions, and here's why. Let's retry that. You want to get somebody that is an audio expert. Right? You don't want Samsung, Apple. You don't want the TV people making your audio, because they're gonna make what sounds best for their TVs or for TV. You want to get somebody that don't have a dog in that race, that can take all their expertise to audio and use it for audio. So I would do like Bose or Explode. I don't even know if Explode has a sound bar. Let's actually look that up. Let's go to the top here. And after this, I'm gonna take the screen share off and talk to you folks. I want to go to Amazon. www.google. Piece of junk. There we go. Let's see if Explode has a sound bar. I guess Sony. It says Sony. It was Explode by Sony. Am I that behind? And maybe it was. I don't think it was. I didn't think it was. Still don't believe it is. Let's go Bose, because I know that they're audio people. Bose sound bars. And like, look, Bose is just, except for that one, they are comparable in price to the lower end. Got $200, almost $300. That says refurbished. So I wouldn't trust anything refurbished coming from sound bars. The best Bose, rtings.com. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of that plastic look, man. That just, I guess if it's going on the frame of your TV, I guess it wouldn't look too terrible. Because you do want the TV to be a center point if that's what it's going on. Let's see, do they not have a table? Alright, so let's just go back up, right? Best Bose soundbars. The Solo Soundbars Series 2. Best Bose soundbars. Bose Smart Soundbar 900 with speakers plus a bass module. Guess that would be the bass module, the subwoofer. Looks like they did a few tests. I'm not sure what kind of test they did. let's go see it on Amazon. So what 7? I'm not paying that kind of price for a soundbar. I am sorry. Yeah, no, let's look at the pictures. Let's go over it. I'm never gonna buy this. See how that one looks kind of slick back towards the back end there, like right over in this area. How it looks kind of glossy. I would like that all the way across it. Like, why couldn't they have done that for $1,700? It could be a lighting thing too, but it doesn't look like it's lighting. It looks like it's got like an edge on it right here. This straight diagonal edge. They could have just done this glossy all the way down it. No, that are subwoofers or something sitting in there. That should be the subwoofer there. See, like on top, I like that glossy plastic. But yeah, no. Looks like they done it on that as well. Half and half. No, that. Fuck that. Nah. No, my review's already under 4.5. You guys can suck one. Let's see. Both smart soundbar, remote control with AAA batteries, optical cable, HDMI. At least it has an HDMI cable. Power cord, adaptive headset. I guess it comes with a headset. Quick start guide, owner's guide, and a Bose 1-year limited warranty. Bose base module 700 for soundbar Bose Black. Dolby Atmos, true spatial processing for content that is not Dolby Atmos encoded. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Apple AirPlay 2, and Spotify Connect, and built-in voice assistants Alexa and Google. Yeah, no, it looks like, fuck it, no. You know, you don't even deserve for me to keep going on you, no. Go to hell. Let's go to the next one down. The best upper mid-range Bose soundbar. I mean, is that the one we just looked at? Yeah, I'm done with that one. Let's go to the next one, yeah. Fuck off. Just a soundbar. Best mid-range Bose soundbar. Which takes me to the same thing. I'm done with it. Okay, this one looks a little different. Let's see what we got. $500. Brian.
Did you used to live up here, Brian?
Yeah, little Brian.
Well, tell myself hi.
Mama says hi, bag boys. She say you little bitch.
No, she didn't. He was a little bitty fella when I seen him, though.
He's still a little bitty. He ain't grown none.
Good gracious. Is he married?
No.
No kids?
He got. How many kids you got now? You better answer me too. I'm being asked. Don't be LOL at me. How many children you got? 1, 2, 5? 4? 20 of them? Three.
Well, congratulations.
2 boys, 2 girls, and a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 2 girls, 1 boy. Mama says congratulations, you little Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. I'm a little bit better on this price. Still don't think $500 is worth a soundbar. Actually, you said something. I'm done looking at Bose like that. Damn. It might have cut it all off. I ain't shopping for shit. Let's see if that did cut it off. If it cut it off, then I've got to go back through and hit the settings. It didn't. Alright. Let's go with element. Sound bars. Let's see what element has to offer. Let's see if we can get rating or rating on them. Let's see. Let's go to reviews. Rating, where you at? Rating or Hacker.io, Crutchfield. So on the first page is not anybody we've used yet. Let's see who makes Element soundbars. Element Electronics, privately held American consumer electronics company in South Carolina. Okay. So maybe they're halfway American made, and then again they could be outsourcing to wherever. Let's look for some reviews. Best soundbars at every price. Let's do that. The Consumer Report. So we got LG, On, Samsung, Sonos, Vizio, and Yamaha. Can beef up your Yamaha makes soundbars. This claims to be unbiased ratings and reviews for thousands of products and services. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and believe that they're unbiased and that somebody didn't pay to have a higher review. I'm almost willing to say Samsung and Vizio are gonna be in the top of these. LG is gonna be pretty close. On will probably closer to the bottom, and I've never heard anything about Yamaha making soundbars. But I'm gonna say, before I get into it, right, you can't look, I can't see, other than this picture, it says Sonos Beam. All I see is Buying Smart is just the start. We're gonna go, let's make a little prediction here, and I'm actually gonna write it down on these reviews, because I'm betting money somebody paid something to have a high review. Almost willing to bet money on it. So let's go out of those. 1, 2, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's how I'm gonna say it's gonna go. Number 1, they're gonna say is Samsung. Number 2 is either gonna be Vizio or LG. What are you thinking, Back Boys? I'm thinking Vizio. Maybe Sonos. I've never heard of Sonos, so maybe Sonos cracks number 2. But Samsung, I'm saying they're gonna give number 1. Just out of the ones we can see here: LG, On, Samsung, Sonos, Vizio, and Yamaha. LG might crack number 2. I'm gonna go Vizio number 2. 3. Let's go Sonos. You think LG is gonna be number 2? Let's put Bag Boys. LG. 3 Sonos. 4 LG. 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 is going to be Yamaha, just because they like to hate on the cheaper stuff, right? So On is going to be number 6. Now let's see how these it says they got 77 soundbars rated. I've done a prediction for 6 of them. Let's see how they crack out. I don't care if we do it differently. You can say that all you want. Well, they didn't give us a countdown. What the hell kind of shit is this? Let's go to access ratings. tell me I gotta sign up for something. Of course, Bose is right here up the top. But that wasn't one of our selections there. I don't know, LG came in. Wait, did that skip? Okay, we went Bose, Bowers, Definitive, Denon, JBL, LG comes in at the number 1 out of that list. Yeah. So far I'm sucking it up. On came in at number 2. I gotta unlock these right. This kinda sucks. I'm not signing up for anything. Oh, Philips. Yeah, we forgot about Philips doing stuff. I've never heard of Polk. I'm not unlocking these ratings. I hate it for you. Roku has a stream bar. Okay, that kind of makes sense because there's a stream. They got a stream stick. There's Samsung. They cracked number 3. Alright. So it's LG, on Samsung. There's Sonos at number 4. I had them at number 3. Yamaha is excellent. My favorite is LG and on. And you've had an Yamaha and they're excellent. You just don't like the Yamaha brand. When I think Yamaha, I'm thinking dirt bikes. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh man. Vizio came in at number 4. Creator station. Let's see, I don't like this. I gotta become a member to unlock this shit. Like that's ridiculous. I was getting excited there. I was hoping I was gonna be able to go through some sound bars with you guys. But I guess not. Damn Consumer Reports. I just want to look at some. I got Element soundbar reviews. Let's see what this says. Which company's soundbar is best? Sonos, Vizio, Bose. Vizio's on there twice. 3 times. So like they ain't got like the cheaper ones. The ones that actually work. Let's see this one. Digital Trends, the 9 best soundbars. After this one, I imagine I'm gonna close it out if I can get to these. Alright, so we got Sonos, Arc, Vizio, Bose. Off. Why does everything wants you to sign up now? Okay, so this one here has some. It's got a 4-star rating. Excellent surround sound, easy and simple setup, decent Dolby Atmos from a single speaker, choice of Alexa or Google Assistant. What was the price on it? $8.99 at Amazon. The next one should be this Vizio. We've already talked about Vizio. We talked a little bit about Bose. Sennheiser Ambio Soundbar Plus, almost $1,200. Who are these people? Zvox TV speaker. Let's show less of that. I see that it's 10 o'clock your time, bag boys. I'm about to be done with it, man, because they're feeding me. What is this? This is awkward looking. I don't even like the way that looks. Fantastic 3D sound. Sounds not 3D. That's my Sony, I guess. So relies heavily on a mobile app, on a weird Alexa integration. And that's the $1,200 soundbar. So yeah, you guys can already go on somewhere. That looks pretty cool. It's also Vizio though, so let's skip past that. We've already covered quite a bit of Vizio. There's a Sony soundbar. It looks interesting. No EQ adjustments. Some settings are buried. Poor integration of music services. 8K ready though, so it's $1,000 on Dell. I ain't paying that for that. $1,400 on Amazon, $1,000 at Best Buy, and $1,300 at Walmart. Power cords are too short. Okay. Who is this? The other Vizio. Zyvox. The best for dialogue enhancement. So I guess if you really can't hear what people are saying, this would be the one for you. It's only $200. That's the cheapest one I've seen, I think. There goes the Sonos. About $300. Pricey for a small soundbar, lacks a bit of mid-range detail. Impressive sound for its size, expandable to a full 5.1 system, easy setup and control. So the soundbar itself is small, but apparently it can hook up to 4 more like speakers. And I guess you can use whatever speakers you want. You don't have to use Sonos, you can use whatever. Yeah, so if and when you want to expand your system, it goes into 4 more. Or 4 or 5 more. Maybe 5 to 1, yeah, that sounds about right. So, I mean, that one might be like one of the better sound bars. The Sonos Ray. Not by itself, but as a hub point, that seems like it would be one of the better ones to get. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. I'm gonna cut that, and hello. Polk audio is nice. I don't think I've ever heard them. So tonight we went over a few more things in Python. I actually done a screen share on that. I actually have another screen share where I did start typing things up. Let's see if I can pop that one up. Does not look like it. I'll probably gotta go into its source. And doesn't look like, okay. I thought I had it set up to get all that, but I guess not. Let's see. It's not even giving me, there it is. This is how I was gonna do that. Let's go into my WordPad and show you the things with the R and Python. Actually, I might have done that. So that was the first thing I went over, and then we went over all the other Pythons versus on screen, because it was like you were asking, you know, for Tech Tuesdays, when the next time we do that, I will actually use the screen share instead of showing my pretty mug to everybody else. And again, I wore the suit jacket for you, man, and the top. Got this silver, purple, lavender tie underneath this black suit jacket. Tomorrow is gonna be like a free-for-all. I am not gonna be doing any screen sharing. I'm gonna just be sitting here looking into this camera, talking to you folks, looking at your comments, you know, and bring the heat with it this next time, man. Doesn't look like we got too crazy tonight. The folks that wanted to hear about the soundbar and the Python, they didn't show up. But the videos here, they can go back to it whenever they want. And let's chat for a few minutes, man. Like, if there's something that maybe along the lines of this evening that you wanted to hear about, did I say I was going to do something and didn't do it? I'm gonna go back and check through I need to get a bigger notebook. Yeah, no, I don't have any more notes. All the topics that were thrown at me for this episode have been gone over. Tomorrow there will be no notebook. As I said, it will be a free-for-all, off-the-cuff, your comments, my opinions, my 2 cents. And kind of like we do at the end of most videos, we sit around here, we bullshit with each other. And that's what I'm doing right now, because we're coming to the end of it here shortly. If the dog quits going crazy. Dang chihuahuas. So what's up with you, man? Let's talk. Let's chat. What you got for me, man? I see Samsung's not that great in anything but telephones or cell phones, and sometimes they ain't even great at that. Look at the what was it, the Note 5 or the Note 7? They couldn't even get the battery right on it. So. Can you hear me pretty good where the mic's at right now? Or do I need to move it? Well, alrighty then. Just so you know, this suit jacket it's pretty warm. Well, alrighty then. I see. I would the perfect overlays for your league. I don't have League of Legends. What is this? Talk to your ugly. I'm gonna hold it for review. Show it. Another moderator just handled this. No, they didn't. I'm handling it. I ain't got no moderators. You don't talk to my ugly mug. You talk to my ugly voice. I see that they're lagging like crazy. That one, I talk to your ugly mug all day. That it wants me to moderate. It says it's held for review. There is no moderators. There's no editing. It's just me, my camera, my 2 cents. It's not even a camera. It's a laptop camera. And look, they all just popped up across my chat box there. You getting my messages super delayed? Oh yeah, for sure. I think there's a setting I can go into and fix that, but I think it's on a slowdown. That way I can kind of catch the messages. And good evening, Miss Erica. But yeah, tomorrow is Open Topic Friday, OTF Friday, Free for All Friday. If you don't come with some heat, I'm gonna come at you with some heat. No, I'm playing with you. I will find something to ramble on about for a couple of hours, or at least an hour. And then after that, I will be jumping on my stream and doing that tomorrow evening. That starts at 9:30 my time, so that would be like 10:30 your time. There's a fourth person in there. How's it going? I don't know. My messages are delayed for some reason. If you have said something I missed it, I am sorry. I did this evening. We finished off on the Python reviews versus. Next time, if I do some more Python, it takes 65 seconds for them to show. Dang, I'm sorry, man. We also went over quite a few sound bars in this one. I expected to only do Vizios, but we went through, we read some reviews, and the Vizios have been getting that hell beat out of them by customer reviews, especially the really critical ones. They're saying that the product's all messed up. The Vizio needs to get on it. Their customer service needs to get on it. What else can I say? We looked at some really expensive ones that were really stupid. And if the companies want, they can go back and watch them themselves. I wish I remembered each and every one. Bose was the most expensive one at $1,700 for one that it claimed to be wireless. It wasn't wireless. I looked at the pictures. I looked through reviews. They got like a 2.5 star out of me, if that. We didn't look at Samsung's because everybody knows Samsung is going to pay for their reviews. They did surprise me out of what was it, Consumer Reports. Consumer Reports is apparently not buying into the thing. As far as Vizio being worth it, I would actually personally look into that Sonos bar as the original hub, and then attach speakers to it, because that Sonos looked pretty nice. It looked different. It looked like it had a little sleek design on it, and it can be expanded to 5.1, so you can take like some Edison speakers or some Explode speakers and hook it up to that, or Vizio or Bose or your preferred. But Sonos looked like it was a $300 sound bar. By itself doesn't look like it's worth it, but it can expand and you can hook whatever to it. Yeah, I believe that's it, back boys. What do you think? LOL. Really, that's all you can say? Pansy. Again, tomorrow we're gonna do an open topic floor, open topic Friday, free for all Friday. I'm hoping quite a few people jump in just to give me some heat, just to give me something to talk about. If not, you'll be seeing this. I don't want to do a screen share. I want to just sit here, read your comments, and see what you guys are thinking. See how I'm thinking about what you're thinking. And Saturday's a big day. I've got to start reaching out to some folks. I'd like to get a Discord party with a streamer, not like a huge streamer. I don't want like Ninja or Mr. Beast or anybody like that. I want the smaller people to come in and join me, talk about their streams, talk about anything on that, on the Merciless Opinion. I have been your host, Sir Merciless, and I believe this one's gonna be it for this time, for this evening. Until next time, love yourself, love one another, watch out for each other. We're all only humans. We make mistakes. If you get mad at somebody, find a way to forgive them. And y'all have a good one.